Our top focus, Bangladesh is voting in its 12th general election today amid a boycott and a strike by the main opposition party. Now, there have also been incidents of arson, including at least 5 schools and a train being set ablaze. Sheikh Hasina of the Awami League Party has been the Prime Minister of Bangladesh since 2008 and is poised to win a 4th straight term because the election has been boycotted by the main opposition party, the Bangladesh Nationalist Party. Now, the BNP is led by former Prime Minister Khaleda Zia, who is under house arrest currently after being convicted on corruption charges. Now, the party has called a 48-hour nationwide general strike, which began on Saturday morning. Now, Prime Minister Hasina is credited with turning around the country's economy and supercharging its garments industry. The growth has, however, slowed since the mid-2022, and experts have said that economic stability will be a major challenge for the next government. I'm being joined by my colleague Saurabh Gupta, who's in Dhaka reporting for us currently. Saurabh, if you could take us through the preparations that are being done for the elections that are going to take place today.
Well, voting has already started in several places, and Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has cast her vote in Dhaka as well. She addressed the media, took questions from the media after casting her vote, and hit out at the opposition party, going on to call the opposition BNP a terrorist party. That's the Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Sheikh Hasina, responding to a question from the media on the opposition boycott. So a very strong comment by Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina as far as elections go, and also elections are underway. Very heavy security, in fact, because of the, not just because of the Prime Minister's visit here, but otherwise also. In fact, if you look at the streets of Dhaka, they are fairly deserted today, and that's because there is always a lot of security on this day. But as you can see, a lot of security everywhere as people come in to vote, and also a lot of security generally on the streets of Dhaka. You can see the Dhaka Metropolitan Police. We spoke to the commissioner yesterday, who also gave us an idea of what the security arrangements would be. So a lot of security on the streets of Dhaka as well for this, election. And there is, of course, going to be, there is always this worry of violence, which the Chief Election Commissioner of Bangladesh told us yesterday. So in the backdrop of the pre-poll violence, there is a worry of participation, voter participation as well. But security arrangements are very tight. Almost 8 lakh security personnel deployed across the country, and around 30,000 in Dhaka itself. So that, of course, is how Bangladesh is voting today. But elections are important. The opposition is boycotting it. The ruling party is headed to a victory. They say they're confident of a victory, and therefore this is, of course, an election that everyone is also watching, and not just Bangladesh, but also neighbors and countries from other parts of the world who've also sent observers to cover and observe these elections.
Right, Saurabh, now in terms of the boycott, are protests still going on there?
Well, as of now, we haven't heard of anything in Dhaka, but it is presumed that there will be some sort of protests. Okay. And, because the main opposition party here has called for a boycott of the elections. So obviously there will be protests. But, again, I want to go back to the Prime Minister's comment, which really is the headline at the moment. The Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Sheikh Hasina, commenting on this boycott call, saying they don't believe in the democratic process, targeting the opposition, hitting out very strongly, calling the main opposition party a terrorist party. And of course, those are very strong comments from the Prime Minister of Bangladesh. And she took questions. She was responding to a question from the media. We were inside when she, addressed that press conference after voting, and made that comment about the opposition, given what's taken place in the last few days.
Right. Let's quickly listen into that statement as well.
I just want to ask you, credibility. I have to prove credibility, right? To whom? To whom? A terrorist party? A terrorist organization? No. I have my accountability to people, to the people. Whether people accepted it or not, whether they have accepted this election or not, that is important. That is important to me. So I don't care.